Your vacation needs an Ozark Mountain Christmas, and we're here to tell you about it. Lynn Berry, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Byron. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, I love coming to Branson, and especially at Christmas time, and we are producing some shows for our Bot Radio Network listeners. And by the way, everything we're talking about, you can go to explorebranson.com, explorebranson.com, and learn all of the wonderful details to planning that perfect family vacation at Christmas time right here. Or, by the way, not just Christmas, anytime, but we're focusing on Christmas especially, right?
There's so many wonderful things to see and do in Branson.
Well, it's really time to crank up our Jeeps.
Yes.
And not just any Jeep, but it's the Pink Jeep Tours. Sheila Baeten, who's operations manager. Merry Christmas. Sheila, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to both of you guys as well.
Yes.
I think it was about this time 2 years ago, December 28th sounds like the right date, that you and your husband made the move from Arizona and made Branson your new home.
Yes, it was, and we're really excited to be here. I love this area. It's just beautiful.
And that was just right after Thanksgiving, but you officially, I think you went back to Arizona for Thanksgiving, right?
We did. We went back to Arizona for Thanksgiving and for Christmas to spend it with our daughter, who was there at the time. And after Christmas, we made our final move here to Branson to work with Pink Jeep and start experiencing the beauty of the Ozarks. It's been amazing.
And that really was a transfer for you, too, because, I mean, of course, it doesn't get too cold in Arizona, right?
Well, actually, it does.
Does it really?
So I was up in Sedona, which is at about 4,500 foot of elevation. So we got snow and cold. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you experience Pink Jeep there, you're going to get a little bit of that Christmassy time feel, too.
Do.
Yeah,
you
okay.
do. Depending on the weather patterns, yes, you get to see beautiful white snow on the red rocks of Sedona,
Ooh.
which can be absolutely beautiful.
But no comparison to the mountains of the Ozarks, right?
Where we occasionally see snow.
Well, we're really wanting to draw people, to Branson, and we want them to experience Pink Jeep Tours here in Branson because it's a wonderful thing.
It is absolutely a wonderful thing. Branson really has a special heart, especially the Ozarks. And when it comes to Christmas time, it really, something about this area really just, invites family. It invites all generations to gather together and just really enjoy the beauty of the Ozarks and the beauty of the season and why we celebrate it.
Yes.
And Pink Jeeps really tries to embrace that every year. I think we're going to do it really well again this year.
Great.
So we're very excited for our Christmas tour.
And why do we celebrate it?
Because of the birth of Jesus.
That's right.
Exactly
Absolutely.
right.
Yep.
And that's the whole driving force behind this season and just the beauty of the people. In fact, on our tours, if you book one of our Pink Jeep Christmas tours, we talk a lot about family and what it means to be family and looking back at the more quiet times of Christmas. But in the end, we try to remind you in a dramatic fashion
Yes.
of what it means to celebrate Christmas with our 150-foot tall nativity.
And quite literally, you help people, discover that moment and enjoy that moment of Christmas. And I've seen that. I've been on that, Pink Jeep tour.
Yes, we did that last year.
Yeah, nice thing. These Jeeps are retro designed, custom built, and it's not just like riding a Jeep Wrangler where you're kind of smushed in. You've got enough room to bring your family and enjoy the experience together. But Sheila, these temperatures lately have been dipping down kind of chilly. I think it was 37 this morning. But no fear on Pink Jeep Tours because why?
Because all of our Jeeps are enclosed and heated
Yes.
for the winter. So that way everyone can go out and enjoy the beauty of the Ozarks, enjoy the beauty of the season, and stay nice and warm.
We say enclosed, Lynn. We don't
Yes.
refer to the fact that you can't see out. I mean,
Correct.
Big picture
Correct.
window.
So we have very large picture windows with a custom material that is meant to stay very clear so that you can really look out and enjoy the beauty that surrounds you here in the Ozarks and stay nice and toasty warm with those heaters kicking.
of course, that evening tour goes to the top of Baird Mountain,
Yes.
which is a private mountain. It's the tallest, isn't it the tallest mountain?
Yes, it is in this county.
Yeah,
Yes.
in this county.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And so that mountain is exclusively owned and operated by the Hersham Family Entertainment.
That's right.
Correct.
And Pink Jeep Tours gets to take all of its guests up that mountain, and what an experience.
The best sunset here.
Oh, it is the best spot for a sunset. Every time I'm up there, every time our guests get an opportunity to go up there, I just feel like we're blessed to have, just that beauty that you get from the top of the mountain as you're watching the sunset.
Yeah.
I love it up there.
Sweet.
It's the perfect opportunity to look out and just enjoy the beauty that God's given us, just surrounding the
Yes.
area.
And the quarry there, of course, is where
overlooking the quarry.
the stones came out.
For the
and
dam.
For the dam. Exactly.
Absolutely, yep.
And so there's a lot of history there, too.
Yes, there is. So we love being able to share the mountain because we get to share a lot of different things. We get to share the nature, the beauty, but then also the history and the fact that all the stone for Table Rock Dam was actually quarried out of that location. In fact, on our rock crawl, we have an area where we stop and you can see the original pylons where the 1 mile conveyor belt
Wow.
started.
My goodness.
So imagine that, the feet of a
cannot.
1 mile long conveyor belt. And we have the original concrete pillars that
Wow.
everyone can see as we're going through our
cool.
rock crawl. Yeah. And just amazing the beauty.
Have
out
you
there.
lost anybody off of that slant where it just drops? You've got what's the incline? It's the 45
We
degree?
have a 41 degree drop.
Yes.
It is the steepest in Pink Jeep Tour Company, so no other location has a steeper entrance into any area.
But you haven't lost anybody yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
But everybody's safely buckled in, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That is the one thing that we take very seriously is our safety and our safety record. All the guides are very well trained. They're seasoned. They're experienced storytellers, but they're also taught and trained on good driving habits and making sure that we are keeping all of our guests safe. And then, of course, seatbelts, low and tight, just
Yes.
like on the airlines.
Yeah.
Keep you nice and safe. But, yeah.
And
That's a
then
great
too, when
thing.
you go up to see, now I will say this, the ride up Baird Mountain at night to experience the nativity, as you mentioned, the 150-foot nativity on Baird Mountain there, as you go through the quarry, that is a milder kind of ride. It's not, I mean, you've got some a little more bumpy on the rides,
Yep.
But
So during the daytime, we do have our more rugged, adventurous tours.
still very safe.
Still very safe, but a little bit more rugged and adventurous just because it's daylight and a little easier
Yeah.
to see where we're going, especially on those rock crawls.
Right.
However, in the evening, it's a little bit more of a mild tour, a little bit more. We're inviting people to step back and think about Christmas past.
Yeah.
Think about those quieter times with family and friends. And it's great tour for all ages.
Yeah.
So 2 to
92.
102.
Yeah, 102, yeah.
We keep it very mild so that everyone gets that opportunity to
Tell us,
experience that.
Sheila, about that. And I love the stop. And my son's in the studio with us now, helping us as we record and produce these shows here. And Joel and I really love the moment we had to get out of the Jeep and look at that log cabin, the cabin that was built. Tell us the history behind that cabin.
This is a beautiful cabin. It was built by Jack Hershen's son, Ron, back when he was about 17.
I did not know it was built by Ron.
That was built by Ron, yep, with the help of some of the people from Silver Dollar City. And it was built out near Silver Dollar City. And when we were getting ready to launch Pink Jeep Tours here, we wanted something special up on the top of the mountain. And unfortunately, that cabin had been left alone for a really long time. It was starting to get a little disrepair. So we had it taken apart log by log and numbered and moved back up to the top of the Baird Mountain where it sits today, and it can be preserved and well taken care of. And it's just a beautiful piece of history. In fact, we've moved into it some antiques from the family.
Okay.
So we have an old icebox and a stove and table, and we rebuilt a beautiful fireplace that works.
And you get to go inside. You can take pictures.
Yep.
The Christmas tree. It's a beautiful experience. All there.
Absolutely.
Pink Jeep Tours takes you, and that's just one of many tours. With you got the downtown Branson. You got the sunset. You've got, and typically these are like 3-hour tours, basically, aren't they? Close to 3 hours.
So we have 3 different tours. We have 2 that are 2 hours long. One is called the Downtown to Mountaintop, where we're learning a lot about the historic downtown Branson, Hollister. What got Branson started? Why did this area start getting developed?
Yeah.
And then we go out and do our off-road. So every one of our tours, we get that amazing Baird Mountain adventure. Lakes and landmarks, we're focusing a little bit more on geology, a little bit more on Table Rock Lake, Lake Tinnecomo, a little bit more of the natural history of the area.
Right.
So a lot of excitement there. And then, of course, our off-road. And then we do have that 3-hour tour called The Best of Branson, where we highlight all the best things of Branson.
And you will come back. Now, there was a 3-hour tour that took place, Gilligan's Island. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And this is not that experience. Okay.
No.
You will safely get back.
So we do have someone at the office named Mary Ann. However, we do not have Gilligan or Skipper.
Okay. Yeah.
So you will safely return, yet, but you will safely return back to the office.
And Sheila, let's also mention that on the Christmas tours, the drivers, as you have already made us aware of, they are very trained and qualified to do what they do. They share Christmas stories along the way.
Absolutely. So they're going to share, thoughts of Christmas past, some of their personal experiences, and invite our guests to share their stories as well of why Christmas is important to them.
Yes.
And what brings it out in their heart.
Oh, I love it.
Their heart.
Well, Merry Christmas, Sheila. Thank you so much. Now, if folks want to go ahead and get those tickets in advance for coming up Christmas, what should they do?
It's really easy. All you have to do is go to Pink, P-I-N-K, Jeep, Jeep.com, and you'll find Branson right there, and you can book right online. Our 800 number is also listed online, so real easy. And or you can stop in at our location right on 76 Country Boulevard. You can't miss us.
No, you can't miss it.
Close.
We have a lot of pink Jeeps along the road, so you'll see us. And we'd be happy to book a tour for you guys.
All right. Merry Christmas, Sheila. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Merry Christmas, and we're so excited to be here again.